That evening would forever be etched into Bill Miller's memory as the most devastating moment of his life. For 20 years, he and Lori had built a life together, raising their 2 daughters, Kelly and Erin, in what felt like a stable and loving marriage. They had shared laughter, dreams, and countless moments of happiness. But unbeknownst to Bill, everything was about to change. It was a crisp Friday afternoon when Bill decided to leave work early, determined to surprise Lori with a romantic evening. Their eldest daughter, Kelly, had recently started university, and their youngest, Erin, was just weeks away from graduating high school. Bill had sensed a shift in Lori's behavior lately. She had grown distant, detached, but he had brushed aside his concerns, choosing instead to focus on rekindling the spark in their marriage. As he stepped into their bedroom, he was met with a sight that sent a chill through his body. Lori stood before the mirror, applying her makeup with careful precision. On the bed lay an open suitcase, half filled with elegant clothing. But what struck him most was the dress she was wearing, the black, form-fitting gown he had given her for Christmas. His heart pounded as he tried to make sense of what he was seeing. He forced a smile, his voice laced with hesitant excitement. "Are we going somewhere?" Lori paused, her hand stilling as she met his gaze in the mirror. Her expression was unreadable, but her words came with finality that made Bill's stomach drop. "Bill, I'm sorry, but I have a date this weekend. I wasn't planning to tell you, but since you came home early, I think I owe you an explanation." A deafening silence filled the room as Bill struggled to process what he had just heard. The word date echoed in his mind, twisting his stomach into knots. His breath came in short, uneven bursts as he forced out a disbelieving laugh. "What are you talking about? We're married. We don't have an open relationship. Lori, how could you do this?" She turned to face him then, her expression calm, almost clinical. "Bill, it's just a weekend. After Kelly left, I started feeling lost. This is like therapy for me. I need to step away, figure things out, but I'll be back Monday morning and we'll go on like nothing happened." Bill felt his blood boil. He could hardly believe the audacity of her words. "So what? You think sleeping with another man is going to fix our marriage? That you can just come home and pretend it never happened?" His voice was sharp, filled with pain and anger. Lori sighed, as if growing impatient with his reaction. "It's not about him, Bill. It's about me. I need to feel young again, beautiful again. I hope you can respect that." In that moment, Bill knew the woman standing in front of him, the woman he had loved for 2 decades, the mother of his children, was not the same person he had built a life with. She had made her choice, and now he had to make his. He exhaled deeply, willing himself to stay composed. "Lori, I'm giving you one last chance. Stay. Don't do this." She didn't hesitate. "I have to go." As she waited for her Uber, Bill sat on the couch, staring at the floor. He wanted to stop her. He wanted to scream, beg, make her realize what she was throwing away. But dignity held him back. When the car arrived, she walked out the door without a backward glance. The moment she was gone, something inside Bill snapped back into place. Not the broken man she had left behind, but a version of himself that had been dormant for years. He reached for his phone and, without second-guessing, dialed a number he never thought he'd call. "Sarah?" His voice was steady, despite the storm inside him. "I need to talk to you." Sarah had been a friend, someone who had once occupied a quiet space in his heart. But he had never pursued her. Loyalty to Lori had always stopped him. Now, there was no loyalty left to uphold. That night, Bill and Sarah met, and for hours, he poured out his pain, his anger, his disbelief. She listened, really listened, in a way Lori hadn't in years. And as the night stretched on, Bill realized something that both terrified and exhilarated him. He didn't just need comfort. He didn't want just a distraction. He wanted her. The weekend passed in a blur of conversation, laughter, and a connection that felt more real than anything he had experienced in years. Sarah wasn't just a rebound. She was a missing piece he hadn't even known he was searching for. By the time Sunday night arrived, Bill knew exactly what he had to do. Lori returned home with a satisfied smile, as if nothing had changed. She began talking about dinner, their usual routine, as if her betrayal had been erased the moment she stepped through the door. Bill let her speak. And then, when she paused to take a breath, he said the words that would change their lives forever. This weekend made me realize something, Lori. Our marriage is over. She blinked, caught off guard. Bill, don't be dramatic. I told you this was just a reset. We can move past it. His voice was firm, unwavering. No, you might be able to pretend this never happened, but I can't. I won't. I've already started the divorce process. Panic flickered in her eyes. Wait, what? No, Bill, He didn't let her finish. I'll always encourage the girls to love you, and I won't turn them against you. But as for us, we're done. Lori begged. She cried. She promised to fix things. But it was too late. The divorce was swift, handled fairly, and though it was painful, Bill never wavered in his decision. He explained everything to Kelly and Aaron with honesty, ensuring they never felt forced to choose sides. Over time, they adjusted, learning to navigate this new reality. As for Bill, his future had never looked clearer. He and Sarah built a life together, eventually marrying and raising 2 children of their own. Sarah's son, Jacob, became part of their blended family, and Bill found a joy he had long forgotten was possible. Looking back, he saw Lori's betrayal not as the moment his life ended, but as the moment it truly began. She had lost him through her choices, and in the process, he had found something greater. Asterisk real love. Asterisk